It's 13:04 on the 14th of September. How did we get to September already? 2018, and that can mean that it's time for one thing and one thing only, consistently every week, never let you down, never failed you, always around. It's time for today's Biscuit Review and Bisquiz with me. It's your host, Edward C. Lou. Hello, Jack Little. Hello, Spooky a Lot, Commander Hatch, Cosmogrog, Tricky Twitcher, Leopards X, Chris Firefox, Bowman. All of the best ones are here, even though 21 of you, amazing numbers. Who needs numbers? Because the best ones are here. I've done purposefully no promotion on the social media accounts. I've done no talking about it in advance, and also this is the first one we've done for 5 weeks. Hello, Smitty Ventures, good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I also haven't done any preparation because we've just jumped on, and I got my, we can start right with 22. I'm sure Leopards X. I'm sure you can. But we're going, we don't need numbers. But it's because it's been 5 weeks, and it's because I'm incredibly lazy. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to, is that I couldn't be bothered. That's not true. Of course, I've just been incredibly busy. I recently went walking across the Lake District on my own. I put on and this is the first time I'm telling anybody this because I didn't share any of it on social media. I put on a rucksack and I walked across the Lake District from Ulverston to Carlisle over the space of 5 days, staying in bothies and youth hostels and other barns. And I've collected a lot of stories from doing so, and I really, really enjoyed it. I also had been in Italy as well at a friend's wedding. Before that I was in Glasgow at another friend's wedding. Before that I was at Gamescom in Cologne, and before that I was working incredibly, incredibly hard. Plus my dad's been off a few weeks, plus I've been off a couple of Fridays, and there's just been so many strange things that were getting in the way of it happening and coming together. So I got married in Venice. No, I did not get married in Venice. My friend got married in Venice. No, my friend is Porto Venere, which is a completely different place entirely. You're not lazy, you're not creative. You get around. I do get around, says Tricky Twitcher. Inspired to buy maracas. Sure, I don't know what you're talking about, but keep it coming. Now, there's one man, excuse me, I'm doing a burp. Oh, God. There's one man who makes these live streams possible, and by make these live streams possible, I mean literally if it weren't for him, I would not be born. And his name is WNL. I believe that we may have WNL on the line. Do we have WNL on the line?
Yeah, the midwife is here.
The midwife?
Yes.
I don't understand that. What does that mean?
Birthing you, bringing you in, yeah, you know.
Here he is, everybody. Please do welcome back WNL. WML, who's he? Or she?
I'll change the name to Mark.
I can turn that music down a little for the elevator music, just to have it a little bit more sort of backgroundy, but we'll still keep it there. You're going to change your name to Mark?
Well, to go with the WML.
Oh, Walter Mark Lewis. Yeah, that'll do. Cosmo says, our hero. Quantum Scorpius says, howdy. Tricky Tricky says, I was talking about the elevator music. Oh, that's something entirely different. My gorilla fingers again, says Spooky a Lot. How's everybody been doing? Well, sorry, we've got a guest here now. WNL, how have you been doing?
I'm quietly and, steadily regaining my knee.
Oh.
You know, I was on crutches for about 12 weeks. And, I'm off the crutches now, but still not running any sort of marathon races.
Where have you been for 5 weeks?
All over the show. Where haven't I been? I went up to Borrowdale and actually intervened on someone's walk at one point and bought somebody dinner.
You did. You came and bought me dinner in a pub, and I had no idea where I was or how I'd got there, but I was definitely there, right in the middle of the Lake District. I walked up mountains. I was away. I was off the grid. Properly.
You were in the midst, of hither and yon.
It was really good. We had a lovely time at that dinner. That was a really nice hostel as well. It had a hostel dog, and they dressed up the dog in a little hostel outfit, and it would walk around being very friendly to people. Anyway, so that was good. Do you have any questions for I was in Keswick, wasn't I? Was I in Keswick? Yes, I was. I was in Keswick.
Yeah.
I was in Keswick for. I'm just back from Keswick, so I'm kind of zarking. Yeah, I was in Keswick for a day. Well, part of the day I walked through it. Went to the pencil museum. I poked my head in and looked in, and I was like, "Nah, not for me. Not for me. This. It's all right. It's just a bunch of pencils." So I didn't see the largest pencil ever. Anyway, do you have a message for anybody in the chat? Do you have a question for them? Something that you want them to talk to us about before we begin the quiz?
Before we begin the quiz?
Yeah, usually I just say stuff like, how you doing? What are you up to? What have you been up to? So they can answer those questions.
All of my standard phrases. What have you been? Yeah, everybody. What have you been up to? I mean, I've missed you for 5 weeks. We decided we were going to have a quiz on summer holidays when we were all going off on them, but now we're all back. So, well, I suppose you get 100% on the quiz then, yeah, because you're all seasoned travel veterans.
So where did everybody go on their summer holidays? Did any go on a summer holiday? Are some of you in Australia and are yet to go on your summer holiday because you're now currently in winter? Let us know. Let us know. But I'm just blown away that there are people still here that come along to these live streams, and I have to say I really appreciate it. I will try to be more frequent and regular with them. But Con Hatch went to Norfolk, Leopard's X went to the pub, Jack Little went to Edinburgh for the Festival Fringe, or the Fringe Festival as it's commonly known. The Festival Fringe. The Fringe Festival is all about fringes. That's not a joke that's not been done before. That's the kind of joke that gets you into the Fringe Festival, isn't it? I went to work as Commander Ascorbius. No holidays for you this year. That is a shame, Ascorbius. Hopefully you can remedy that soon. Go on an epic journey somewhere, perhaps. Commander Zarking says Glencoe, then the Lake District. Mountain wandering. Where did you go, Zarking? Which mountains? Because I went up a few. Speaking of sports scores, the Fringe Festival, as it's incorrectly known, Festival Fringe. And I haven't left my house in 4 months, says Cosmogrog. Well, that is shame. I hope that it's out of choice.
Big house.
Glencoe has to be the most beautiful place. Is that right? Big ones. I can't remember names. Neither can I. And I did the same thing. People go, "Oh, what route have you taken?" "Oh, yeah, you went up Snake's Pass, did you?" "Oh, you've been to Elterwater." And I'm just like, "Oh, maybe?" I just kind of go and absorb the mood of these places. And then I look at the map afterwards and I go, "Oh, yeah, I was there. That's where I was, over there." I remember Derwentwater. I walked along that, and I walked along Coniston, and I walked near the Scarfell Pike, but I didn't go up it. I went sort of up to where you can walk up to the peak, but I didn't actually make it because I'd just done a 6-hour walk, and at that point I was kind of like, I'm not too keen on doing the rest of that. Anyway, why are you looking so unsure? You're looking unsure, WNL.
No, I'm thinking about mapping out the next 10 years for you with mountain walks.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about doing once a year. I think it's a lovely meditative thing to go away on your own with a rucksack and just walk somewhere, stay in lots of different places and meet lots of interesting people. I did meet some very, very interesting people on the last night when I was staying in a barn, where I thought I was going to be staying on my own, but a group of men, loud, raucous men, had booked out the barn for the night, and it was their one weekend that they do every year at this specific barn where they get away from their wives and girlfriends and have a party. And I have never been so put out. I had to get up at 5 a.m. to do a 15-mile walk into Carlisle, and these guys were up until at least 4 a.m. listening to loud, loud, loud music. And to be fair, the music playlist was very good, but he walked up, the guy, and he said, "You the farmer?" I was like, "No, I'm a guest here." And he went, "Oh, well, you got us for this weekend, mate. Sorry, pal." And then they just brought out of the car. They opened up the car boots and brought out bottles and bottles and bottles of alcohol. And it was pretty insane. You should have joined in, Ed. I did. They were passing me things like Sambuca shots, all sorts of untoward things that I was like, "Oh no, thank you. I'm okay. I've got to go walking tomorrow." And they were like, "Come on, pal, we'll have some more." And I was like, "No, I'm okay, thank you." Oh, it was. They call you the chameleon, Walter Neil Lewis, don't they? You are good at interacting with any type of person in the world, aren't you? That's kind of what you do. You're good at that, right?
Okay, we would have had a quiz. Yeah, we would have organized them all, and then they would have all walked with you at 5 a.m.
That's what I should have done, isn't it? That's what. Did you feel the need to manage them? I did a little bit. I was like going, right, okay, so tell me, which one of you lot are the ones who always take it too far? Tell me, talk me through. And I learned all of their names, and I sat down. I could have done a quiz with them. All right. Well, anyway, talking about quizzes, we've got 32 people in here, and that is a very reasonable number to begin a quiz, I think. And can I say a huge thank you to everybody coming along today, because again, we haven't done this in 5 weeks. I haven't promoted it at all. I just kind of wanted to jump back in a nice, relaxed way and say hello to everybody. But we'll have a biscuit review at 1:45. So do stick around until then, because we're having a good time. AMT Cubus has a really cute face emoji, which I'm really enjoying. Quiz! I'm not prepared, says C. Trevelyan. Well, what is today's quiz all about? Set it up for us, please, WNL.
Well, it is about summer holidays. As I said, when we originally started this, before August, I think it was July 27th, something like that.
That was the last time.
Everybody in the chat stream said, "Oh, let's do one on summer holidays." So, summer holidays is the theme, and so I'm sure you're all experts, having been on them. Do remember that no Googling or anything like that. It's all about honesty. And we'll know if you cheat. Basically, I'll ask 10 questions. You answer them on the chat stream. Edward, you're not allowed, of course, to be watching. You'll have to turn off your chat stream.
I'll turn off the chat stream.
Well, turn on. Yeah. Anyway, you can't.
Yeah.
Put a blanket over that edge of your computer.
No, I won't be able to, it's that's not how it works. There's a button. I feel like there's a button where you can press the minimize thing and it goes away.
Do I have a button? Do I?
Don't press it. Do not press that.
I don't press buttons.
Don't press any buttons. You're not allowed. We've got it working. It's taken us a while to get it working.
It always is hazardous, yes. Anyway, so I'll ask 10 questions, one at a time. And you chatters, you answer, and I take your first 3 answers. Yep. If there's consensus in those first 3 answers, well, that's your answer. If there's not, then it will have been the first answer that I received. Okay? Great. And then we'll ask Edward. We'll work our way, and hopefully it'll be a nice, exciting, climactic finish of 10-10.
10-10, 10-10, everyone. That's what we're going for today. 10-10. A nice big draw, so then we can do an exciting, whatever it's called, tiebreaker at the end. But importantly, just before, earlier, a few minutes ago, WNL said that he has missed everybody. And this is actually true. I have it on good authority that it is... that basically you were quite upset that we haven't done this for a while. Yes,
I mean, it's Friday afternoon for me. It's I sit here quietly without anything to do for an hour on a Friday afternoon waiting, and when it doesn't come, it's horrible.
You sit here waiting all week for the Biscuit quiz. Well, now it's time to begin the quiz. So I'm going to mute the chat. So not mute as in the thing that I just talked about. Minimize. So goodbye, everybody. Good luck, and don't win because I want to. Great.
Okay. Here we go. Well, obviously, the first question we'll get the one that has to be there out of the way. We're all going on a summer holiday. In what decade did Cliff Richard and the Shadows have a hit with the film Summer Holiday?
Ooh.
What was a decade in which Cliff Richard and the Shadows had a hit with the film Summer Holiday? You may answer.
Me? Have you got their answers? You've got to get their answers first.
I've got their answers, yes.
The 60s.
The 1963 to be exact. Yes, well done. Okay. And they were pretty big as well.
Summer holiday. No more thinking
and all those things, yeah. Have you ever seen the film?
No, I'm not really a Cliff fan.
You don't have to be a Cliff fan to see a classic. I was going to say a classic of the cinema, but no. A classic of British cinema of 1963.
What's the difference? It must have been a terrible year then.
It's an interesting film, and some of the other people are interesting to watch.
Okay.
And,
yeah. I know what you mean. It is a classic. It is a classic, and I haven't seen it. It is a hole in my cine-literate knowledge. Carry on.
I like this. I'm semi-literate. You're cine-literate. Yes. Okay. Right. It's one apiece. Hey, we have perfection so far. Question number 2. Number 2, now listen carefully. London was TripAdvisor's #1 destination in 2016.
Oh.
But it was dropped to number 2 in 2017. Was it overtaken by, multiple guess, New York City, Paris, or Bali? London, TripAdvisor's #1 destination in 2016. It fell to number 2 in 2017. Was it overtaken by New York City, Paris, or Bali?
It's a good question. And I feel like we've done it before. I feel like it's in my knowledge hole in the brain. Just put it in my knowledge hole.
Keep spinning it out because I don't have all of their answers yet.
Okay. Keep spinning it out. Because you asked me to, I'm going to stay silent.
Keep thinking. Okay, I have their answer.
New York!
New York is incorrect. They said it was Paris, and you're both wrong. It was the island of Bali. It was the island of Bali.
But at least we are united in failure.
Yes. One apiece. 50%. We're down from perfection, 100%, to 50%. Question number 3. Simple 50-50. It's true or false. I'll read out a statement. All you have to do is listen carefully and then write out the entire word, true or false. Okay, here we go. Depending on whether or not you agree or disagree with the statement.
But that's not how that's not how it works. I don't disagree. If I disagree, well, carry on.
yeah. Okay, I'm discounting your answer already, but that's okay. Question, true or false? Here we go. According to hotel booking figures, Bournemouth, with its 7 miles of beaches, was the #1 UK seaside resort destination in 2018. We're talking this past summer. According to hotel booking figures, Bournemouth, with its 7 miles of beaches, was the #1 UK seaside resort destination in 2018. True or false? I have their answer.
True, of course. Everybody knows this.
Well, JSB 3213, Jack Little both said true. Commander Wallerspoon, though, said false, but true was already their answer, and it is false. It's Torquay.
It's Torquay.
Torquay.
That's because of
hotel booking figures. Everybody descends on Torquay.
Everyone
Yes.
descends on Torquay to go to Faulty Towers.
There, yeah, and stay there. Yes. Well, it's 1 for 3. 1 for 3 for both of you.
Okay.
Question 4.
Not the
Number
10
4.
out of 10 we were looking for originally, but you know, we can handle it now.
Question number 4. Again, multiple guess. With 82.6 million visitors, which country was the most popular tourist destination in the world in 2017? No figures out yet for this year. 82.6 million visitors last year. Which country was the most popular tourist destination in the entire world?
6.2 million visitors.
Here are your choices.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
told
close.
you it was multiple guess.
Great.
Was it Spain, the USA, or France?
That's the noise. That's my noise. That's my thinking noise. Tell me when they've got answers.
I have their answer. I have their answer. Your thinking noise has gone quiet.
It's still going on. It's just in my head.
Okay.
France, because Paris is just great, isn't it?
You're going to go France. They went with 3 different answers for the first 3, so it wasn't consensus. It was a matter of having to take their first, and their first choice was also France, and you're both correct.
Yay!
Yes.
I see England, I see France, I see Walter's Underpants. I don't know why I said that, because I can't.
I don't know where you've ever heard that. It's not one I taught you.
It's definitely one you've probably taught me. Blow it. Blow it out your shorts. That's what you say. Blow it out your shorts.
Scurrilous things than that, yes.
Okay.
Hey, 2 for 4, back up to 50%. Good stuff. Question number 5, halfway through today's quiz. And it's time to seek some sun, so listen carefully. I'd like to know which is closer to the equator, Fiji or the Philippines?
Okay, let me do.
Which
I'm doing my beautiful
close
mind.
to the equator?
I'm doing my-
Fiji or the Philippines?
I'm doing my beautiful mind style thing. And it's a beautiful mind. I can see it. I can see the globe. I'm working it out. I forgot I had that button.
Hang on, don't say anything yet. I've only had one. Okay, I've got 2 guesses from them there, and yeah, that's
Come on,
consensus.
guys.
So I have their answer.
Pick up your answers faster. That sounds to me like they Googled it. They've spent too long away.
I'm sure not.
What was option A again?
Which is closer to the equator, Fiji or the Philippines?
I'm gonna flip a coin in my brain, and I'm going for the Philippines.
The Philippines. What can I say? Maka Dios, Maka Teo, Maka Kaka Likasan al Makabansa.
You can say that.
It means for God, people, nature, and country. The motto in the Philippines. Yes, it is the Philippines. Well, they're 13 degrees north. Fiji is 18 degrees south. No, they went for Fiji, so you're one ahead.
That's a very enjoyable noise to make. All right, next question.
I don't know. If you get another one right, I think we're going to have to call an ambulance. Okay. 3 points to 2 at the halfway stage.
I am winning the quiz this week.
Well, there's 5 more questions. Question number 6, okay? Simply talking about tourist destinations again. New York, L.A., or Chicago? Which city has been the #1 tourist destination in the USA for 7 consecutive years? New York, L.A., or Chicago? Which city has been the #1 tourist destination in the USA for 7 consecutive years? I have their answer.
Right, it's not Chicago, and I know that's the kind of trying to be the... Because you should have gone for some... Like, if you were trying to throw us off, it's got to be New York or LA. LA is such a tourist hotspot with Hollywood, Venice Beach and all that, but New York is the big apple. And it's closer as well to Europe. New York is my answer.
New York is your New York. So good they named it twice. And you're correct, yes. As were the chatters.
Well done, chatters.
And they were unanimous. It was just, well, we finally got to some LA later, but for the most part, it was New York, yes.
Have you noticed how supportive I am of them when I'm winning?
You are.
Well done. Well done, everyone.
You get genuinely sort of metaphorically cuddly, yes. Okay. Cuddlesome.
Cuddle creature. Carry on.
But you sharpen your fangs though when they're ahead. Anyway, you're ahead 4-3.
Great.
4-3 going into question number 7. Okay, number 7. Forget Brexit. The Prime Minister went on holiday over the summer break. Was she lounging on a beach, walking in the mountains, or skating on very thin ice? Sorry, I couldn't read it. Okay, forget Brexit. The Prime Minister, she went on holiday over the summer break.
Holiday?
Was she lounging on a beach, walking in the mountains, or skating on very thin ice? I have their answer.
Without trying to... I really want it to be C, but I think she went walking in the mountains.
Walking in the mountains? Any idea where? Was she sort of right behind you in the...
in the Lake District.
The Lake District?
I don't know. Potentially Africa?
Well, I'm glad I kept the answer simple because you are correct. It was walking in the mountains.
Yeah.
It was in the Swiss Alps. She was up in the Swiss
Alps. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought about Africa.
And the vast majority of the chat stream also had her walking in the mountains, so that's good. So, what is it? 4 points to 3, is it? Going on to question number 8. Yes,
It's
okay.
looking good for the Lou Bear. That's me, by
Question
the way, the
number
Lou
8.
Bear. I've just never used that one before. Oh, gosh, it's good to be back, everyone. Go on.
And probably never use it again. Yes.
No.
Okay. Question number 8, true or false?
Let's make it a thing, Lou
Back
Bear.
to 50-50. Simple 50-50. Make your decision. Do you agree with the following statement? According to recent internet travel site analysis, Canada does not figure at all in the top 20 most popular non-European destinations for Brits in 2018. I know it's a mouthful, but listen carefully. According to recent internet travel site analysis, Canada does not figure at all in the top 20 most popular non-European destinations for Brits in 2018. True or false?
This is the game changer. This is the one. This is the one that changes everything.
I have their answer.
It's true. Nobody likes Canada.
2 out of the 3 of theirs first was also true, but it is categorically false. Categorically false.
I was only joking.
You're both wrong.
So
we have 2 in the top 20, both Toronto and Vancouver. Yeah,
So what?
Non-European destinations for Brits this year.
Yes, I can. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, the score remains. Was it 4-3? Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay
Question
with that, as long as we both got it wrong. And also, I love Canada.
Next to last. Okay, in today's quiz. Listen carefully. It's all about summer holidays. In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what was done, quote, all on a summer's day?
No. Oh, no.
In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what was done, quote, all on a summer's day, end quote?
Oh, I don't know.
The chat stream are also doing their thinking thing.
I'm making my thinking noise again. I'm trying to tune into the frequency to tell me what the answer is.
Are we going to get unstuck on literature?
It was all done. It was all done. That's my answer. I don't know.
Well, the honey thief thinks it's Brexit. I can offer that to you because it's not true.
It's not true. And also, the honey thief. And hello, by the way. All the best ones are here now. But we have my question to you is can I have a clue?
Can you have a clue?
Can we all have a clue? If we're all getting it wrong, can we all have a clue?
Well, you've made a wild guess?
It.
It. Okay, and they've made a wild guess. I think their first guess was everything. So, yes, no consensus there on their side.
It's all...
One person did get it eventually.
Not in the first 3, though.
Oh, and Smitty Ventures is now there.
Not in the first 3, though.
Trevelyan had it. Yeah, the whole idea was the Queen of Hearts made some tarts all on a summer's day. It was the making of the tarts. Yes.
Okay, I'll remember that forever now. Thank you.
The Queen of Hearts made some tarts all on a summer's day. That's a hard
question.
It was. Thank you. You guys were doing too well. 4 points to 3, or 5 points to 4, or whatever it is. You're still one ahead going into the last question today.
The last, but not the least.
I would just like to know, on average, who gets more visitors each year? China or Italy?
Me or Ed? That would have been amazing. Which one gets Edward Lewis or Neil
Who gets more
Lewis?
visits? Do I ever get a visit? Do I ever get a visit?
What are you talking about? You never come to Cambridge. Actually, you came to Cambridge recently. All right, let's not argue about this now. Let's take this off. Let's take this offline.
Take this off later.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So wait, what's happening? What was the question?
Whether it's nobler in the minds to suffer the slings of outrageous fortune. No. On average, who gets more visitors each year? Is it China or Italy?
Oh, I mean, they've already answered. Have they already answered?
They have answered.
Italy is packed full of tourists. It has to be Italy.
Their first three answers were Italy, Italy, China.
Yeah.
And then a China, so it was 50-50, but Italy, of course, had consensus. So they agree with you, Italy, and it's China. It's China. It's a big place. They can pack them in everywhere.
But
59 million to 52 million. So they are close, considering that Italy's this big and China's that big.
We're skipping past the most important thing here.
What's that?
What's the final score?
The final score. You've won by 1. Well done.
Amazing. Thank you,
Edward has won a quiz again.
I just won a quiz again. It's happened.
Chatters, he caught you while you were napping, yes.
I've been researching this whole time. And you can't hear this, probably, but I'm now grooving to celebrations. If everybody could please put their grooves in the chat. I want to see some groovy moves. Please put your groovy moves. If you've got any emotes of people doing groovy things. There it is. Doot doot doot. We have. I'm glad you can hear it because I'm busy celebrating. Can't believe it.
We can still count your victories on one hand, can't we?
I don't know. How many victories have I got?
I think 3 outright.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 draw.
It's people putting their dance moves in. I love it. I blame the phone call. What phone call, Jack Little? What are you talking about? Jig Jack Little not there the entire time. Well done, Ed. Is that the third time? Is it the third time in history?
I think it's the third time in history.
Third time in history. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Commander Hatch, the Honey Thief, Tricky Twitch, Jack Little, all you guys for being here to witness history in the making. It's the trilogy. I've done the hat trick. Ready for more. Next week, I'm going to take you on again. This is like my wrestling promo. You're going to come to that ring, and I'm going to take you on, and I'm going to get my 4th victory. You can't stop me. I'm on a roll, brother. I think I was doing some sort of Hulk Hogan.
Sort of a Hulk Hogan crossed with a Southern Baptist preacher.
Yes, that's kind of what I was going for. That could be my wrestling vibe. I could be the preacher or something like that, and then I could come out and do like a sermon, and then I'd use the Bible. Can I? Right, look. I know this could be.
No. That would give you an unfair advantage. We can't have that. I think. Yes, no, you could, but you couldn't. Won't.
I shouldn't, and I won't, but I could be called the Bible basher, and I could go around bashing people with the Bible, literally. And I could be like, you've been blessed. Probably not. Probably not okay.
I think you would last about 2 minutes on the circuit, yes.
Calm thyself, Ed. JSB gave you some 2 minutes on the circuit. Calm thyself. Oh, thanks, JSB, for some cheers. We all agreed with that one. All right, sorry about that. It's not to be taken literally. None of this is to be taken literally. None of this is to be taken seriously either as well. I'm just having a silly time, and I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Right, so, WNL.
Yes.
Let's just remind everyone what the final scores were again.
I think it was 5 points to 4, and you were the victor.
And this is how I should have taken it. Great. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for taking part. You were all absolutely excellent. You know, can't be winners every single time, but well done. That's how I should have taken it. Instead, I gloated and played Celebration by... Anyway, so, WNL...
yes.
Thank you for coming along. It's been really great to have you
Always
back.
my pleasure.
First of all, what's the next week's quiz going to be all about? Are we able to do next week's quiz?
I'm able, I think. Yes, I'm able.
Okay, so am I. So that sounds great. Let's do it. Everybody, in the chat, please put your suggestions for what next week's quiz should be all about, and we will read them. HS0003 says, your dad went easy on you. you did the same quiz as me, so I don't know what you're talking about. And that's all I've got so far because I accidentally closed the chat because I'm an idiot. Food, says T. Trevelyan. I think we've already done food before. Houseplants. The Harvest. Skyrim. Rice pudding. Religions of the world. Any more suggestions, please? Keep them coming through. We usually get sort of 10 to 15 before. Do pre-Ed's birth references. What? My son's homework, says Commander Hatch. Bad ideas from good people. That's a good, interesting, fun round sounding round. Bad ideas from good people. That sounds like my week in bad ideas from good people. Sounds like the kind of thing that I do all the time. I like to think I'm a good person making bad ideas. Ed's childhood, says Jack Little. Thank you, I was waiting for that. You took your time getting that one in there. The changes in European deciduous forests in the 18th to 20th centuries. Retro computer games. Red Dwarf. Favourite ale. Blackadder. My beard. Beer. Comedy, says Millstone Barn. Deaths of 16th September.
Deaths of the date itself. Or deaths on.
Why?
Okay.
Why? Are you okay? Kings and Queens. Kings and Queens is quite nice. Blackadder's quite nice too, but we've already done sort of British comedy before. Amazon shows that should also be on Netflix. That just sounds like it's something that you're personally annoyed about at the moment. Reasons why my work clients are so unreasonable. European architecture, famous Canadians, says M. Curtains. Famous deaths, European languages, translated works of the Strugatsky brothers. Very good, Jack Little. Ed's childhood, says Jack Little. Creatures of the Deep Sea, says Cosmo Grog. I like Creatures of the Deep Sea. That's kind of cool. A quiz on the various textures of peanut butter, says the Smiling Blobfish. That's basically it. Spoiled for choice with this one. Places where communism has worked. It's so specific.
Coming to a nation near you soon, yes.
Yeah, okay. Great. Marmite? Lol, says the Smiling Blobfish. Right, great. What have you chosen?
I don't.
Or have you gone
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so. Why don't we just do next week a round on miscellany, miscellaneous round?
Okay.
Just all kinds of junk.
Okay, miscellaneous round next week, and you've grabbed. Well, that's what you've got from the conversation that they just put in the chat. Miscellaneous junk.
Well, everything from peanut butter. Yeah,
that's gonna be
peanut butter to communism. Yeah.
That's the name. This should be the name of this live stream. Miscellany junk. Miscellany junk. Twitch.tv/miscellany junk. How's it going, guys? I'm Miscellany junk. I think honestly, Miscellany junk, and it could be like a drag act. That'd be fantastic. Wouldn't that be fantastic? All right. Is there a biscuit review? Yes, there is. Yeah, stick around for the biscuit review. But first of all, there's one last thing that we need to do, and that we need WNL to. By the way, what's that noise? Is that you? Or is it me? Like a bee. Yeah, first of all, throw some
harmonizing.
Thank you, WNLs in the chat, please. Throw some hearts in the chat for WNLs, some salutes, whatever you want to do in there. And then it is time for, well, today's biscuit review starting in just a few moments' time. But first of all, what is on your shelf? What do you recommend this week? What's on your bookshelf?
I have taken a book off the shelf, particularly because of what you did last week. And I'm reserving it for you. As I said, I've been planning out your next 10 years. It's called 100 Lake District Walks.
Oh, so I'm doing 10 a week.
Written by Gordon Brown, not the former Prime Minister.
Oh, good.
But someone who lives up in Whitehaven, I think, or Whitehaven. I can't say it the way they say it.
Whitehaven.
You need a translator in some areas of
Whitehaven.
Whitehaven?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it. Cumbria.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Mara. Yeah, my Mara. Anyway, a very good book. It's got maps.
Spooky Lot says I have that book.
It has photographs. It has wonderful, straightforward descriptions of what to do, and it's actually a very nice collection. So that's off my bookshelf and ready for you.
Fantastic. I look forward to receiving it. because I did say I was going to do another walk next year, and maybe it will be from that very book. But thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. All right, thank you so much, WNL. We will see you the same time next week. It's been an absolute pleasure, and of course, I will call you this weekend, as we know. Promise.
No, just call me Dad.
Hey, dad
Dad
joke. He's gone. He's not allowed to say any more after that dad joke. That's it. I've cut him off. He was too dad jokey and he's gone. But it was a good dad joke. I liked it. Bye, Mr. Dad. All right, thank you so much for being here, all 50 of you. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful creatures. You are the best ones, and you know it, and that's why you've turned up. But it's time for today's biscuit review. Now, I think it's going to be me on my own doing today's biscuit review, but I need to go and get a cup of tea and come back to begin today's biscuit review. So I will be back, first of all, we'll do this thing here. We'll turn up this music. Oh, yeah, there it is. And then we'll go to this screen here, and then we'll mute my voice. Ooh, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3 testing testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3. Hi, welcome back. How have you been? What were you up to in the break there? Good time to know the new edition of Sagittarius Eye. It's always a good time to download the new edition of Sagittarius Eye. It's time for the quiz. And by the quiz, you mean the biscuit review. You're always struggling to do Giovanni sour, please. Don't know what we're talking about. Grab Will and his cup of warm water. He's not coming. I've banned him because of this cup of warm water. It's very, very strange. This site uses cookies. Pow, pow, pow. Are you testing? I was testing. No. It's time for today's biscuit review. Now, we've got you. Did you hear that? There's someone drilling downstairs, apparently. Apparently, we're expanding again. Apparently we're not big enough already as it is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All of the catchphrases. Too many catchphrases. This site does use cookies. Do remember that, please. All right, so we've got you. We've got my cup of tea with the Frontier logo on it. Very lovely. Very excited for the cup of tea. I've got my biscuits, but there is one thing remaining that I don't know where it is again. I genuinely haven't opened it for a while, so I think it's in here. I can't find it. Wait. Where is the spread exactly? Where is the spreadsheet? Spooky Lots? I don't know. Genuinely don't know where it is. I found it. It's behind me now. It's behind you. It's not loading. Why is it not loading? Hello. What is this? Don't recover. What is this? Yes. There we go. Right, we got it. It's okay. I was trying to recover some other sort of document. I don't know about that. All right, so hello everybody. If you haven't been here before, welcome to today's Biscuit review. We like to review biscuits here on this live stream, this nonsense live stream. Now, what we have here on the top is the name, the appearance, the taste, the texture, the dunkability, the durability, the dunkability, the post-dunk taste, satisfaction, the moorishness, and then we total up at the end. Currently in the lead, we have the poppy seed marzipan biscuits by Sarah, homemade stamp on there, but we also have the white chocolate caramel cookies all the way from Holland. For those, the Maru chocolate members were disqualified for being a chocolate bar, rightfully so. In 50th place or 49th place, right in the middle, we have the Maryland cookies, choc chip and hazelnut, a strong position at 60 points. All the way down the bottom, we have the Fox's Butter Crunch at 141st place, and we have 179th place, the CBL Munchie Lemon Puff. Get that stuff out of my sight. It tastes disgusting. I'll spit it out. You should be... You're doing amazing, Ed. Thank you so much, Teacher Rolling. I could do some pizza right now. Sure. Right, okay. Why are there no rare biscuit commodities in Elite HS0003? That's a good point. We'll work on it. We'll work on that together. All right, today's biscuit has been provided by none other than William Flanagan. Now, Will Flanagan went to Greece about 5 weeks ago and brought back these. Now, I can't read this. So it's very difficult for me to write this down. Does anybody know Greek and can translate that for me? Please. That'd be great. Will Flung again. Lemona. So it's by Papadopolous, which is great. So you can see that the English version of it is there. It says Papadopolous. But I don't know what that means. It's not lemon, they're orange. I can see that they're orange. On the back it says sandwich biscuits with an orange cream. Just gotta check that there's no meat in here. You never know with these things these days. May contain traces of eggs. Maybe. They look dry as hell, so it'll be awesome post-dunk. Pretty sure it says Chipotle. Chipotle. Jack Little. Am I going to Twitch London? You asked about 4 hours ago. Yes, Jack Little, I'm going to Twitch London. I reckon I'll be there. All right, so we're going to go for the Papadopolous. Papadopolous. No, Papadopolous. Sandwich biscuit with orange cream filling. That's it. That's what it is, right? Scan it with Google Translate, it should tell you. Yeah, it does look interesting, doesn't it? No, I think that's it. That looks good to me. All right, we'll shrink me back down again. Okay, could be interesting. I think everyone's getting quite excited about this. I know I am. Packaging is wonderful. It's orange, it's eye-catching, it's intense, it's in your face, it's beautiful, but there's no points for packaging in this game, as we know, unfortunately. So let's get these bad boys open. So far looking good. They're looking crumbly. They look very crummy. There's lots of crumbs around. I can already see lots of crumbs on the desk. I can already see the cleaners getting upset with me. I'm already upset with me. Are you ready? Hey, Commander WDX, you're new here, and we are saying hello to you. You are joining us at a strange time. We're about to review a biscuit. We do a biscuit review every Friday. Before that, we have a Biscuits with my dad. You missed the Biscuits, unfortunately, but you're just in time for us to review this biscuit. It's absolutely lovely to see you here, and thank you for joining us. Okay, here we go. Please, everybody, make Commander WDX feel welcome. Thank you very much, Spooky Lot. Absolutely. Are you ready? They smell good. You can smell, maybe slightly synthetic, but you can smell the citrusy orange flavour. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, appearance. Oh, we need to go larger for this. This is... Okay, as you can see, they're quite nice. They're a bit sort of corporate feeling, but I like the little circles with the dots inside them. They're very ornate, and it has on one side it says Papadopolous in English, and on the other side it says Papadopolous in Greek. And they have the Papadopolous logo in the middle. So they're really going for it with this. They're really sure of themselves in this one. They're sure that I care about having the logo on the actual biscuit itself. But that kind of feels a little bit corporate to me. Very well decorated, but it feels not you should see these crumbs. There's crumbs everywhere, and I've not even bitten into it. I'm nervous about biting into it because of how crummy it is. It's not going well so far. I don't like the corporate vibe, but it is nicely decorated, so I'm going for a 6.2, and I hope everybody else is okay with that. Taste. Let's enjoy this. Are you ready? Arguably the most important part of the biscuit review. Oh! I initially didn't enjoy it, and then... What was the thing? And then I got a little second blast of orange. And it was when I got the blast of the orange cream that I thought, oh, that's okay. The biscuit itself is very unassuming. There's very little going on. It will get marked around the crumbs. Oh boy. Biscuit itself, I can barely even taste it. It's just there to hold in the orange cream at this point. Oh, you can see all these crumbs. Too many crumbs. Catastrophic crumb carnage, says JSB. He's right. Shingles. You're getting too excited. The biscuit, was it really? 6.1. Not overly impressive. All right, next up we have the texture. It was... Look. I do need to show you the crumbs, don't I? I wish I had the biscuit cam. The biscuit cam isn't set up right. So sorry, but I'll take a picture of the crumbs. It's a disaster area. Right. Can't remember anymore, but do we have a perfect biscuit yet? No, Nihilus. No perfect biscuits yet. Right, the texture is kind of sandy in the biscuit. It kind of fell apart a little bit in my mouth. There was no real crunch to it. The cream was like, it felt a little bit unwelcome. Almost as if you kind of bit into something and you didn't expect there to be any cream there, and then it was there and you go, oh, what's that on my tongue? And that is it smells, it tastes as sort of synthetic as it smells as well. So the taste is, the more and more, the aftertaste is really, it's dropping down. It's dropped a point. The texture as well, the 5.9, it's not terrible, but it's just not going for it. The durability, hey, we've got a disaster zone around here. When I bit into it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still quite bad. It's going to score quite lowly. It's going to score a 4. The dunkability, everyone likes the dunkability test. Here we go. Yes, Grievous Harm, I have my own food critic show. Press the follow button if you haven't already pressed the follow button. We try to do one of these once a week. It's been a few weeks since we've done it last, but we try to get one in every Friday. And we do a biscuit quiz with my dad. My dad just comes on and does a quiz with us, me versus the chat, and then we review a biscuit at the end. It's dumb, it's silly, but we enjoy it. We have fun to do. Come along to them more in future. Are you ready? Just Fridays. Are you ready? You reckon it's going to fold? I think that you all deserve it. You've been waiting very long for this live stream. We haven't done one for a while, so I think you deserve to have a full screen cam for this. Look at anyway, okay. 1, 2, 3, and reveal. 1, 2, 3, and reveal. We're already getting some sag. It's gone! It's a splashdown, everybody! Ladies and gentlemen, it's not even a double dunker. Not even a double dunker. So messy. So messy. Okay. Golf clap. This biscuit performs poorly, says the thief, the honey thief, yeah. I know. Dunkability itself, 5.9. I mean, it's... No, you know what? To be fair to it, it's a 6. I did dunk it for quite some time. Not happy faces. So immediately I was like, oh, the texture's kind of improved. It's kind of brought it together a little bit and made it less sandy. But then I realised it just felt like a stodgy, wet, bready orange. That's what it tasted like. A soggy, wet, bready orange. No one wants to get a piece of bread, cover it in water, and then squeeze an orange on it. That's how it tasted. No one wants that. So the taste, the post-dunk taste, is going for a 5.5. Satisfaction, it's low. It's low. It's a 4.9. Moorishness, I'm done. I'm absolutely done after 2 biscuits. It's a 5. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever had. Somebody looks like they're trying to call me out for a meeting, so I best hurry this up. But let's work out what we've got there. 43.5 seems about right. 6, 12, is that right? Yeah, okay. 43.5 it is, which is not a great score at all. We know that to be in the bottom 25% at least. Let's reorganise and find out where 43.5 sits. 43.5 puts it in quite low. 166th place. 166th place on the list. Very low. Bottom 15, which is not a good... It's not looking good for the Greeks. It's not looking good for the Greeks. I'm so sorry, Papadopolous. But guys, I think you might have been very generous with it, and it's right at the bottom. Oh, I don't know, a bit high for it. You think? Honestly, it was okay. What is it to hit for a 1 in taste? Like cardboard, like eating cardboard. This was a 4. Look at that. That was like eating cardboard. The gluten-free hazelnut crunchy cookies. Look, I think gluten-free can be done very, very well, and I think the vegan can be done very, very, very well. But these are not good at all. Yeah, as you can see, they start to raise the numbers. Anyway, thank you, everybody. That was a lot of fun. We've got that. Let's save that now. Make sure it's all ready. So we'll begin with 181st Biscuit next week. But before we go, of course, we need to go back to the pub. And we need to say, put up this elevator music, and we need to say a huge thank you to absolutely everybody who's been here this week to watch all of the streams. It's just been absolutely wonderful. Apricot Root Fruit, cheers, thank you so much for coming. Bowman, thank you so much for coming. Big Fun Art, thank you. Black Sheep Kitty, Bossyfuss, Chris Firefox, Commander WDX, Commander Weatherspoon, Commander Zarkin, Commander Scorpius, Commander Hatch, Commander Root, Cosmo, Grog, Darbles, MA, Dead Meat, GF, Don Quixote, which I like a lot, Previous Harm, Hackeroni Cheese, that's a great name, and welcome Hackeroni Cheese, that's a new one. HS0003, Jack Little, JSB 3013, Leopards X, Moose DK, Malik VR, Millstone Barn, Mr. Cola, Nihilist99, Positivity Bot. Ah, I like you're here. Paul _Archer, Photo G Doug, Photog Doug, Shingles, Skinny Seahorse. You'll need 2, I think. Snowy Monk, Spooky a Lot, Spoonfed Badger, Terminus 1961, the _smiling Blobfish, the Honey Thief, Tricky Twitcher, T Trevelyan, V _and _K, Vigro Pros, Wicked Willy, Wolf ZX12, and Zen Yumtin. And of course, the moderators that are in today, Edward C. Lewis, that's me. I had no moderators. Who needs them? That's not true. They're very useful. All right, everyone. Thank you, everybody. You are the best. I love you all. Make sure you come back next week. We will be here for more live streaming nonsense on Friday. We'll be, of course, all throughout the week doing all the serious stuff with Elite and Planet Coaster and Jurassic World and all that. But we'll be doing the fun one on Friday at 1 p.m. Same time this time next week. See you next time. Bye. Love you all so much.